I thought today we would review a little bit and see how much you remember. So this symbol, I'll give you a minute to think, and then I'll tell you the answer. The treble clef, it is the letter G, and it tells me when my right hand plays. And treble means high, high in pitch. What is this one? Bass clef. What letter is the bass clef? Bass clef is the letter F, and the word bass means low. And how do you spell bass? B-A-S-S. Let's see what's next. This is an accent. An accent means to play the note with special emphasis, louder, harder, or stronger, like in an Indian song. Bop, 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 bop. That first note is accented. This is a staccato note. The dot can be below or above. It doesn't matter. And staccato means to play the note, do you remember? Separated or detached. You have to pretend like the piano is on fire and it's hot. So you want to release that note very quickly. This is a picture of tied notes. And the notes have to be the same. And then we add up the value of both of them. So on these two notes, it would be 2 plus 2 is 4. And the notes have to be the same. This is a fermata. Sometimes they call it a bird's eye. I drew the little beak on there. The bird's eye. The fermata tells us to hold the note longer than we normally would. It's the hold sign, fermata. 8VA, that means an octave. 8 notes either higher or lower. 8VA would mean I'm going from a C to another C, higher or lower, depending on what the music is telling me. The natural sign cancels a sharp or a flat. A natural sign is always a white key. Always. It can never be a black key. Cancels the sharp or the flat. This is a pedal mark. It tells you when to hold the pedal down. This is a flat sign. If my tire got a flat, my tire went down. A flat lowers the note 1/2 step. A half step is the very next key, the very next note. This is a sharp sign. If I sat on something sharp, ouch, I would go up. A sharp raises the note a half step. The slur. The slur tells me to play legato. Legato means smooth and connected. It becomes a phrase or a sentence. DC al fine is an abbreviation for da capo. Da is the, capo, take off the O and you have the cap. Where would you put the cap? On your head, which is at the top or the start or the beginning of your body. And so DC al fine is telling us go back to the beginning, go back to the start, go back to the cap, and then finish. Make sure that you know that that's an Italian word, and in music, it's not pronounced fine, How are you today? I am fine. It's pronounced fine, fine in Italian. This is the whole rest. If I was digging a hole in the ground, it gets the value of a whole note, which is 4 counts, or the value of any complete measure, whole. Now this can get confusing because if I turn it upside down, now we have the half rest. I remember it. This looks like a little hat, and half and hat both start with the letter H. So sometimes even when I'm teaching, I call this the hat rest. This is the value of the half note, which is 2 counts. Half rest, whole rest. If you were digging a hole. This is the quarter rest. This gets the value of a quarter note, which is 1 count. And remember that rests are signs of silence. So this would be 1 count of silence, 1 count of nothing. So I would play, rest. So play and then don't play for 1 count. And there we are, back on the treble clef. If you knew these, you're quite the musician. If you're needing a little practice on them, go through them again so that you can learn what they all mean. All right, practice. Use your superpower. Enjoy your music. Bye for now.